It was half midnight on a cold, dark autumn night in 2021, and barely an hour earlier I'd just been paid, and within an hour and a half, I'd just blown the whole lot on football, and I didn't know how to survive the rest of the month. It was the age-old story. How was I going to get by? I had £1 left in my name. What was I going to do? Now, I flirted with the idea of putting my final pound on a massive accumulator with massive odds that if it came in, it would solve my problems. I thought maybe my luck is in tonight, but then that's my final pound. What if it all goes wrong? So in my pure delusion, I went onto a compound interest calculator, which is where you can figure out if you earned X amount, X percent on your savings over X amount of years, how much savings would you have in your account? And I went onto this site as I'd done time and time again in the past, and I put in my deposit as £1, and I put in if I earned 10% 100 times in a row, how much would I have? And the answer was about 13,800, 13,700, something along those lines. So I figured if I could win 100 bets in a row, problem solved. I can win 100 bets. I'll just find these bets, really low risk, 10% gains, and I will win everything. I'll win huge sums of money and I'll be sorted for the rest of the month. The only problem was that I needed this money immediately. I needed it really quickly because how was I going to survive the rest of the month? So I needed to find a quick return, a match that would end quickly over and over and over again. So I found table tennis matches. I found football matches that were in play right at the end with 1.1 odds, returning 10%. And I bet and I won. And I bet and I won and I bet and I won, and I won about 17 bets in a row. And I got to a point where this was actually looking like it could work. I was getting really confident. So I started to get cocky. I thought, okay, I can half my time here. I'm going to put it on a 1.2 odds match. And I won. And I put it on a 1.3 odds match, and the odds went up and up, more and more risky. I had built my bank balance up to about £500-600, and I was laughing. But I'm an addict. I couldn't stop there. And I got more and more cocky, more and more arrogant, to the point where I placed a bet on a 1.75 odds match, and I lost the whole lot in one go. This is a story I was recently reminded of when I heard another gambler's story about how he used to bet 25p, the last 25p he had to his name, and it reminded me of myself, how desperate I was. What an insane, deep, dark addiction this was. It completely crushed me. It consumed everything I had, and I'm so glad to be out the other side of it.